If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. JesterMaxxing is an internet slang term that was mainly used within looks-maxing circles, but now it's a mainstream term which refers to the archetype of the jester and how they navigate social hierarchies. Instead of trying to lead or dominate social situations through traditional status markers, someone who is JesterMaxxing may lean into self-deprecation, high-energy humor, and clownish behavior to secure a spot within a social setting. One may believe that becoming the life of the party or the primary source of entertainment allows a person to mask their insecurities or compensates for a perceived lack of social power. While having a secure spot in a social circle is all fine and dandy, what happens when you start prioritizing the amusement of others over your own dignity or authentic self? The purpose of this video is not to spread hate. My aim is to provide a nuanced take that I haven't seen anybody talk about. This video will grant you the tools to peel back the mask and integrate the more authentic, hidden layers of your personality. The persona serves as a social mask with the purpose of bridging the gap between a person's inner psyche and the external world. It represents the compromise between who an individual truly is and how society expects them to show up in the world. Some argue that this is a necessary tool for social survival because it allows people to navigate professional roles and social expectations by displaying a predictable, curated version of themselves to others. Young emphasized that while the persona helps us interact smoothly with the public, it is not the totality of the inner being. It's a facade, designed to make a specific impression while simultaneously concealing an individual's deeper, more private nature. I would argue that there is an apparent psychological danger that can be hidden in overly identifying with the mask one is pushed to put on. This can lead to a shallow existence and potential psychological distress. By engaging in the process of shadow work, you'll be able to recognize the persona as a useful tool rather than a reality, even if you don't consider yourself a jester. The Jester Archetype displays the drive to live in the moment and find humor in the face of absurdity. According to Jungian psychology, this figure serves as a vital disruptor of the everyday monotony, utilizing satire and playfulness to challenge strict structures of the ego and society. By breaking the status quo, the jester shows us to not take life so seriously. The main pros of JesterMaxxing is that it can give you the strength to be resilient through laughter and diffuse high-stress situations by relieving the tension. Some cons can arise when the archetype is integrated poorly into the real world, where an individual avoids all responsibility or uses humor as a defense mechanism to mask deep-seated trauma.
He represents youth, childhood, never growing up, magic, flying. And to me, I just have never, ever grown out of loving that or thinking that is very special. I am Peter Pan.
You're not your Michael Jackson.
I'm Peter Pan, my heart.
At their worst, the jester can possibly fall into a cycle of hedonism and superficiality that prevents meaningful personal growth. We all knew a class clown. A lot of us were the class clown, cracking jokes in school, interrupting class for a bit, and IRL clip farming. When I watch streamers, I see why these parasocial relationships are built. When you watch someone like Kai, Speed, or Joe Bart, it feels as though you're actually kicking it with them. In a time where people in the developed world are feeling more lonely than ever, why wouldn't you want to hop on FaceTime with your favorite streamer? This is why I prefer to watch streams where there's about 300 people or less, so that when I say something, I actually have a higher chance of getting a response.
What's good, Tobe? Tobe De Niro. That's a hard name. Hold on. That's a hard ass name. Tobe De Niro. That sounds like a famous actor or something. That's hard. Welcome to the stream though, brother. Appreciate that, bro. Nah, that's just hard. I'm not gonna lie. I might name my... That's a fire ass name.
But with that being said, I believe that the vast majority of streamers were class clowns. How else would they be able to hop on camera and broadcast an exaggerated version of their personality? Just like you, I live in an echo chamber, so I'm going to talk about a streamer who's actually entertained me before. If you're a streamer watching this, I don't necessarily have a negative opinion on y'all. I just want to talk about the consequences of some of your guys' actions and how it affects the socio-economic state of the world. Kai Cenat is a celebrity that needs no introduction. He's widely known for being a streamer who brings us, the audience, closer to other celebrities who would never willingly be in the same shared space as us. We've all seen a clip of Kai being loud, for lack of a better word, but we've also seen headlines of him doing good in the world. If you ask a bread tuber, they'll tell you Kai is a problematic sellout who feeds into overconsumption, diaspora wars, and media manipulation. If you ask a drama page, they'll tell you that Kai is a lol cow who platforms dangerous personalities. And if you ask a random person on the street, they'll probably say Kai is that funny black guy who's always hanging out with celebrities. But what would Kai say if you were to ask him, who are you? Strip away the clout, strip away the entourage, strip away the generational wealth. Because when it's all said and done, you can't take any of that with you. So who are you? For those of you who don't know, he's hard launched his rebrand. He built up a huge audience and then ghosted them for a few months and told them, hey, that Kai you once knew is long gone. I read books now, I work out now, and I'm a designer. As a fellow creative, I saw his rebrand as a breath of fresh air. In the attention economy, it's always nice to see creators not pander to people who have shorter attention spans than a goldfish. Some people agreed with me, but others were just hating for the love of the game. Bro got called dumb by millions of people on the internet, then goes to the internet to show us he's working on his intelligence just to get clowned for trying to do so. But Kai knows the internet better than anyone, so he couldn't have been too surprised, right? He then showed us his hate wall, holy moly. Kai's shift was criticized for being performative, and I do see this as a valid critique, but I don't believe this is as nuanced of a take as people think. He's literally a streamer. The second you turn on the camera to show the audience what you're doing, you quite literally, by definition, are performing. But Kai was doing a bit too much to make us not see him as the mega viral black guy, and there's also been clips of Kai seemingly trying too hard to fit in.
Yo, if you can describe your outfit with a song, what would it be? Viva La Vida. Viva La Vida by Cosplay. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. You know who that is?
I watched Death Note. I watched One Piece. I watched a little bit of 100.
You watch One Piece?
Yeah.
You don't.
It's too long though, bro.
Nigga, what last episode you was on?
I think 100 and...
Kappa.
What? I'm being honest.
What's the last thing you remember?
It's been a minute.
Bro.
Cause that's, it's been a minute, cause
Okay, name 3 characters.
Luffy.
Luffy. Holy shit. Are you
What?
Wait, what's Luffy?
Luffy.
All this comes back to Kai being young and not knowing who he truly is. As stated before, this is the exact problem with being the jester. We the people observing the performance can't even tell when you're being serious or not. Then when you do start being serious, it's still funny to us because we are not taking you seriously. I'm sure the majority of content creators watching this can see themselves in Kai. He talked about the anxiety and imposter syndrome he faced from constantly trying to beat his own records. I honestly think Kai was, or possibly still is, battling with a form of arrested development. He's actually been around a lot longer than people realize, and has had internet clout for a minute. Maybe having all this fame at a young age and hyper-focusing on becoming the best in his field didn't allow him to mature in other aspects of his life. There's a few takes he's had that would only come across as super deep if you hadn't spent much time meditating on the fact that you are literally a conscious human being, or a teenager, which is when Kai started to blow up. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing, because better late than never. I mean, he was busy building an empire. He probably didn't have much time to read, watch anime, and hobby max. If you've actually consumed any of Kai's new content, then you can tell that he indeed has changed. And you can too. Your past and the opinion that others have on you doesn't define you. Those fools don't even know you for real. My advice to Kai, or people like Kai, is to protect your energy. Because everyone always asks, where is the jester? But never, how is the jester? It's awesome to spread joy and laughter, but what if you tried making yourself laugh? If other people find amusement, then that does flip the script, because now they're laughing with you and not at you. If you realize this now, your life will be much better, because you're not just hiding your pain and seeking validation from others. Keep in mind that self-esteem and self-love is not the same as narcissistic self-worship. We talked about that in the last video. But if you take the time to become the best version of yourself and build your self-respect, you'll be able to receive validation from the coolest person you truly know, yourself.
Everybody preaches to everybody.
Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. But as soon as people get on the internet, they tell you how to be. Thank you.